Good evening, everyone. This is Scott DeCamp with CatchMark SportsNet. We're here in the CatchMark SportsNet podcast studio. We're here for the Whitehall Cross Country Media Night. Thanks for coming in, guys. We have with us Adeline Britton, Cammie Cry, and Coach Jeff Bassett. Thank you, everybody. Hope you guys are having fun. You're even getting Coach Jeff, the first-year coach, to do some wild things here at Media Day. So, you didn't know you were signing up for that, did you, Jeff?
No.
So I know it's young in the season and everything, but before we get into that, tell us a little bit about yourself. If you want to start off, Adeline.
Well, I'm a junior in high school. I've been running ever since I was little, but I started trying harder in 8th grade, and then more the past couple years I've been trying to get good.
You come from a running family, sounds like?
Yeah, my parents both ran marathons and half marathons.
And then how many siblings are there then?
I have an older sister and a younger sister, and they both run.
Who's the most competitive?
Probably me.
All right, Cammie, your turn. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you've done in running, how you got started, what keeps you in it.
I'm Cammie. I'm a junior, and I kind of started running in 5th grade when I did the Vikes Mile, and I really liked running and being fast. And then I kind of started getting serious in 8th grade after the school records, and I really liked doing it serious.
And how many siblings do you have then?
I have 2 other siblings.
Okay, and you got time in high school yet? Obviously, you're not trying to graduate you too early here, but any long-term goals for you involving running?
I want to run in college and hopefully try to get a good scholarship, and then because I like running and I want to pursue it more.
Cool. And then Jeff, tell us a little bit. When did you graduate from Whitehall, and what do you do in your 9 to 5?
I graduated in 2008, and I do accounting work from my 9 to 5, which is actually 7 to 3. So
yeah. So when you saw the vacancy, or the opening for the coaching job, what'd you think initially?
Initially, I just kind of thought, this is the time, I guess, because I had just moved back to Whitehall and got into the track assistant position, and then this one came open, and it just all kind of seemed like this is what I was supposed to do, so went for it, and here I am.
When did running become such a big part of your life?
Probably freshman year. I started with cross country, and that's kind of been my main, that's the one that I've continued, and going longer distances just was always more fun to me. So yeah, that's 9th grade.
Yeah. So you've been doing it a while. You still run quite a bit, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, not just with at practice and stuff, but probably on your own, right?
Yeah, before I got the coaching job and in between seasons, I still train for things. I have to sign up for things in order to get myself to really commit.
Right. So you can get in that mode. Yep.
Yeah. Done the Grand Rapids half marathon and things like that.
Yeah. So Adeline, you were talking about your parents. They both run. Your mom's an assistant coach here, one of the coaches, right, for Whitehall. And who's a better runner, you or your mom?
Well, right now, probably me, but she used to run she's probably better. She could still probably run a half marathon and probably beat me, but because she's more used to running the longer distances, and I only run 5Ks, so.
So do you guys run track as well? I'm pretty sure you do, but
Yeah.
The distance events, are you mid-distance or what?
Yeah, I like the 800 and the 1600, but not really the 2-mile.
Yeah. And you? I think you're probably more.
I like.
Well, you do all
800.
three, don't you? 800, 16, and 32, or no?
I do mostly 800 and then 1600, but sometimes I'll throw in a 32.
Yeah, just throw it in, huh?
Yeah.
Just in your spare time. So, what can you guys say about the tradition? And this is open for anybody. The tradition of Whitehall running cross country and track. What is it? What does that mean to you guys? The tradition that Whitehall has. What do you know about the tradition, I guess?
Of cross country?
Cross country and track.
I mean, I like the summer training, and I think that's important to lead into a good season, and also staying healthy because you don't want to overtrain because you're trying to peak in November. So it's important to plan out the miles and know when you should start training harder and start then going down in miles when it's time for the bigger meets.
And then Jeff, I mean, just you having been, obviously you're an alumnus of the school and know a lot about the tradition, but what is it that you're trying to uphold or bring in terms of what that cross-country program looks like?
I'm trying to bring, I've been away for quite some time, but from what I experienced through my high school, I'm trying to replicate that. Mrs. Hector, who was a coach for a very long time, I'm taking a lot of ideas from her. So I'm putting things back on the schedule, like, you know, the Ludington trip where we just go to Ludington State Park and do other fun activities as a team. And I think that part is important. So just trying to encourage everyone to commit and be together as a team.
Now, Adeline and Cammie, what are your goals this cross-country season?
This year I want to make the state meet because last year I was really close. I missed it by like 3 spots. So this year my main goal is just to be a state qualifier.
This year, I'm thinking I want to qualify for states and then also try to get all state and stay healthy.
So here at Media Day, we're happy to put this on. What do you think the best part was for you guys tonight at this Media Day experience?
I think it was just good because we like bonded with our team more and just got like closer with them.
Yeah, I also agree. I think it was a fun way outside of practice to spend time with each other.
And what do you guys think about school being back in session?
Well, I think I would rather have it be summer, but like with school, that just brings me like a routine so then I can just get my running done after school and just get into a routine again.
Yeah, it's like nice to go from school to practice and then to home and then.
Now you guys have, I think your practice schedule, the way it had been set up, I don't know if it's still that way. You're at the VAC and then maybe at the school. What are the different things you guys do at each spot? Or is it kind of the same, really?
Well, we're trying to get in the weight room a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
So we're at the high school, and we're going to be doing different things at probably Duck Lake State Park and going different places to get on trails and softer ground to run on. That's pretty much our practice plan. But we have a lot of places we can go from both. So it's a pretty good setup.
All right. Well, we're going to bring on a couple of the boys runners. You're going to stay put, Jeff, and we'll keep you here. But any parting shots, closing thoughts from Adeline or Cammie about the season or anything like that?
Not really. I'm just excited for what the season holds.
Yeah, I'm really excited, and I think it'll be really good.
All right, Adeline Britton and Cammie Cry, thanks for joining, and good luck this season. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back with the boys. All right, welcome back, everybody. This is Scott DeCamp again with CatchMark SportsNet. We're here at the Whitehall Cross Country Media Day. This is the podcast for it. We had a couple of the girls runners for the Vikings on. We had Adeline Britton and Cammie Cry. We got Coach Jeff Bassett here We have two boys runners here with us. It's Stuart Waters and Drew Boringa. Thanks for joining me, guys, and joining Coach.
Of course.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yeah. So what's this media day experience been all about for you guys? What's it been like?
I think going into it, we were like not sure what was going on because we hadn't been here before. We were underclassmen when our teams have had opportunities in the past. But now, I mean, I had fun here, and I think our team got really into it and just got comfortable as we went on.
Yeah, same. I mean, in the beginning, because we don't have like a big team, so I just kind of wished we had more, of course, but we have no freshman boys, so there wasn't many people here. But maybe if we do it in the future, that'd be more.
No, and it's cool. I like involving the other sports too, because in the past for CatchMark we've done football and basketball, but not the other sports. Not that they got overlooked. We weren't trying to overlook them. It's just that's what we could do. That's what we could swing. But I'm glad that we can involve like almost every sport from Whitehall now doing this. But what can you say about these two guys? Obviously, I'm sure you just met them, this season maybe. What can you say about each of these runners, though, and what they bring to the table?
Well, I can say they bring a lot of effort to the table and good leadership. Upperclassmen, they could be a little more vocal. I think they know that. But I think everybody, sees them doing the work and their results, and it's very encouraging to the rest of the team. But yeah.
Good deal. How'd both of you guys get into running?
Well, I moved here when I was in 4th grade, and ever since I moved here, my mom always wanted to get me into like a sport, and I did baseball, but other than that, I didn't do anything for like the fall and the winter. So, and then I used to go to Oak Ridge for like half a year, and there I did like a little running club. And then when I moved to Whitehall, we did this thing in elementary school, where it was like a time mile, and like 10 of the fastest milers go and run at like a yard, or no, what is it, field day?
It was field day in front of like the whole school.
Yeah, and I would always get picked in like the top 10. So my mom was like, when middle school started, she was like, "You want me to sign you up for this?" I was like, "Why not?" Because I had some friends that are doing it too.
Yeah.
So, yep.
What about you, Drew?
For me, I mean, my whole family was never really athletic or into running or anything, but like Stuart said, the Vikes Mile got most of us competitive, especially me, and I liked being in front of everybody and trying to run my better time. So, yeah, and then I didn't end up running cross country until 7th grade, so I was a year behind a lot of our teammates, and I just got better as we went on and had better races in high school. Mostly the summer going into my sophomore year is when we started trying a little bit harder. We met more of our coaches that wanted us to be good, so it felt good to be like just getting the attention and knowing that we can be better.
So what are the goals for you guys this season?
I think my main goal is to make the states, and then just hopefully break 16:30. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah, so on last Friday, I didn't really have the best race and got to see him go like 16:44. So that was probably what my main goal is behind making it to states. Obviously, I could care less what time I run as long as I'm on the starting line at MIS in November. I think time goals would be definitely sub 16:45.
So this is really, really random, but obviously Hart's had a good program for a long time. They're not in your division or anything like that, but have you heard about the Jaswinski kid, Bobby? Have you run against him?
In middle school, yeah. We never even saw him. He was
He's
very
just gone,
so far.
right?
Yeah.
Do you
crazy.
know about the Jaswinskis or not?
I do not.
Yeah, you'll find out about them. The whole family's it's insane. So Hart's got that great tradition. They got they had the Ackleys, the Enzes, and now Jaswinskis. But I mean, you guys though, nothing to sneeze at there with the times that you guys are putting up, and I remember senior times quite a bit last year too, Stuart. And what is it about, or how do you get to that next level as a runner? And any of you guys can chime in because there are levels to this, just like with anything else. But how do you break through to that next level? I mean, is there a way to do it? How do you do it?
I think just experiences and just always working. It's year round for running. There's no breaks at all. except after season, it's like a week break. That's literally all we have. But just keep going, keep like hydrating, eating good, stretching, of course, and let's just keep moving.
Isn't it a fine line between getting those miles in but not putting in too many, though?
It is. And I mean, the big deal is injury prevention, which we're trying to address with all the extra weight room and different things we're doing in that area, because I personally have been through a lot of injuries, so I kind of know how I've recovered from them and how I've tried to prevent them. So putting that into the program and getting them the miles without the injuries is the goal.
Yeah, I feel like most of us have been running long enough to realize what our limit is. And I think there was only one point in my life when I was like close to injury. It was just putting in a lot of extra miles that weren't needed. But so there's definitely a line between doing too much and not doing enough. And just being consistent and being smart is the two big things, I feel like.
So for all three of you guys, any closing thoughts about what the media day was, or just about the season in general? And I know you guys have only had the one meet. You got another one coming up with the Hill and Bale Saturday at Fremont. That's always an interesting one. But any parting shots, closing thoughts that you want to say?
Well, I really like what what you guys are doing. The media day gets everybody like out of their shell,
Thank
especially
you.
the cross country team.
Yeah,
So just
it's good exposure, and I think it, like you guys said, it's good team bonding.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a thing outside of competition, outside of practice, that I think maybe creates for that. What do you? Any other thoughts from you, Drew?
Yeah, it's kind of what Stuart said. I just think more things the team can do outside of regular practices are important. Like as a team, we went mini golfing. We're gonna go up to Ludington soon just to go get ice cream and run down there. Anything that we do like just together outside of running just makes it a whole lot more fun.
And then what about you, Jeff?
What were we talking about again?
Just about closing thoughts or any other things that you have. What's it been like for you? I guess taking over this program.
It's been hectic because I haven't had any communication with the previous coaches because I don't know where they are. But I guess one closing thought is we had 11 personal bests on that first race throughout both girls and guys teams. So that's very exciting for me, and looking forward to the season.
What time did you guys race again? What time at night for that?
The boys,
Like 10:55.
10:55, and the girls were 10:20.
How different was that?
Personally, I love the temperature and everything. The wind was blowing perfectly. It was kind of perfect conditions.
Nice.
It's always nice to have a fast race early just to let you know your summer training has paid off and you have it under your legs before it gets hot. At the same time, it felt really weird pulling up to the meet when I knew I was supposed to be sleeping. I was very tired.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, guys. We have with us Stuart Waters, Drew Boringa, and Jeff Bassett. Thanks for joining me and for coming in for the media day tonight.
Yep. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm Scott DeCamp with CatchMark SportsNet, and this was the Whitehall Cross Country Media Day podcast. So have a good night, everybody.